explorers, it's your adventure podcast hostess with the mostest, Katie Staples. Join me for travel stories, tips, and tricks to help you explore and make unforgettable memories. Follow along on Instagram at the.great.escape.podcast and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can be the first to hear new tips. Today, I'm here with another round of national park fun facts. If you tuned into part one, you know we nerded out over some seriously cool trivia. And today, buckle up, because we're diving into 6 more parks that will blow your mind, make you laugh, and probably make you add a few things to your bucket list. So first up, Mesa Verde in Colorado. This place is basically the ultimate history book, but instead of paper, it's made of stone. Mesa Verde is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. It protects over 5,000 archaeological sites, including cliff dwellings built by the ancestral Puebloans more than 700 years ago. And let me tell you, these aren't just any old ruins. Imagine entire apartment complexes built into the side of a cliff. Talk about curb appeal and a view. Some of the dwellings, like Cliff Palace, are so massive that they contain over 150 rooms. Can you imagine trying to host Thanksgiving dinner in that? But here's what really gets me: ingenuity. These communities figured out farming, water management, and architecture in a place that looks downright harsh to the modern eyes. And they did it all without YouTube tutorials or HGTV. Next up, Yosemite. And yeah, you know this one had to make the list because it's basically the Beyonce of national parks. But here's a fun twist. During a full moon, Yosemite's waterfalls create moonbows, rainbows at night. How magical is that? Picture this. You're standing at Yosemite Falls. It's midnight. The mist is rising, and suddenly there's a glowing rainbow arching through the darkness. It's like nature's version of a rave minus the glow sticks. Pro tip, you'll need a clear sky, a bright full moon, and a lot of patience. And yet, if you catch it, it's one of those experiences that will live rent-free in your memory forever. Oh, and bring a tripod if you're trying to capture it, because your iPhone's night mode isn't ready for that level of drama. Now let's fly on over to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Everyone thinks Mount Everest is the biggest mountain, yet technically the crown goes to Mauna Loa. From sea level, it's a respectable 13,678 feet tall. Yet if you measure from its base on the ocean floor, it's over 33,000 feet tall. And it's not just tall, it is heavy. Mauna Loa is so massive that it actually pushes down the seafloor beneath it. Like, imagine being so huge you literally warp the planet. It also still is considered an active shield volcano, which means it's not done growing. Scientists keep a close watch on it because eruptions here can reshape entire landscapes. If you're a geology nerd or just someone who loves big, mind-blowing numbers, Mauna Loa is your jam. Now here's one for your trivia night. The National Park of American Samoa is the only U.S. national park south of the equator. Yep, you heard that right. Most of our parks are stateside, and this one sits in the middle of the South Pacific. And it is stunning. Think lush rainforests, volcanic ridges, pristine coral reefs, and traditional Samoan villages where you can actually experience the local culture firsthand. You can even stay in a homestay with a Samoan family, which is pretty unique for a national park experience. So if you've ever dreamed of combining your park passport stamps with a tropical island getaway, this is the one. Just be prepared for the flight. It's a little trickier to get to than Yellowstone. All right, Alaska fans, this one's for you. Wrangell St. Elias National Park. At 13.2 million acres, it's the largest national park in the United States. To put that into perspective, it is the size of Yellowstone, Yosemite, and Switzerland combined. Yes, you could literally lose an entire European country in this park. And it's not just empty space. It's glaciers, towering peaks, and wildlife galore. Some of the mountains here rise over 18,000 feet, and the park contains some of the largest glaciers in North America. You've heard the saying, go big or go home? Well, Alaska said bet. Now, the flip side, With great size comes great inaccessibility. Much of Wrangell St. Elias is remote, rugged, and not exactly beginner friendly. So if you're thinking of visiting, make sure your adventure skills are up to par. This is not your average Sunday stroll. And finally, let's talk about the parks that got, well, demoted. Did you know there are a handful of national parks that no longer exist? One of the most interesting is Mackinac Island in Michigan. It was actually the second national park ever created, back in 1875, right after Yellowstone. Yet, here's the kicker. By 1895, it was turned over to the state, and it became Michigan's first state park instead. So technically, you could say it got a downgrade. It's like going from national headliner to local opening act. Today, Mackinac Island is famous for its fudge, Victorian architecture, and the fact that cars are banned. Yep, no vehicles allowed. So you're either biking, walking, or taking a horse-drawn carriage around, which honestly sounds kind of charming. So there you have it. 6 more fun facts about our national parks that you can totally use to impress your friends, your family, or maybe that stranger on a hike who looks like they'd appreciate some trivia. If you like today's episode, come hang out with me on Instagram at the.great.escape.podcast. Send me a message. I would love to hear which fun fact blew your mind the most or which one is your favorite. And don't forget to hit subscribe so that you can follow along and dream big for your journeys on The Great Escape. See you next time, adventurers.